Apparently, this is a new trend in streaming movies, perhaps. It is the hot, older single mother, in this case, Nicole Kidman, falling in love with the younger celebrity hot guy, in this case, Zac Efron playing an actor. This is Netflix's A Family Affair. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for the new Netflix film, A Family Affair. This is streaming right now. And yeah, we just had a movie with a very similar concept earlier this year with the Amazon Prime film, The Idea of You. It was Anne Hathaway in that one playing a single mother, and Nicholas Galthazine playing in that case, a singer of a popular boy band, and the two of them fall for each other. And in both cases, these single mothers have daughters. Anne Hathaway's was more of a teenager. This one a little more grown up. But the concept is very, very similar. And sometimes that certainly happens. Armageddon, Deep Impact, came out the same summer. So look, it happens. But in any event, this one is streaming on Netflix now, featuring Nicole Kidman and Zac Efron, and as well Joey King, she plays the daughter, and Kathy Bates and Liza Koshy feature in supporting roles as well. Before we get to the specifics of A Family Affair, let me welcome you to Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We do movie and TV reviews here on the channel, and just about every day I try to post something new, so there's always a lot to check out. Please consider subscribing, hit that like button, and comment below. All that stuff, of course, helps the channel out. All right, so A Family Affair, yes. So look, before I launch into any more about this movie, I will say that I really enjoyed the Anne Hathaway movie from earlier this year, The Idea of You. I gave it an A- on the video. In retrospect, it's probably more of a B+, but, still kind of in that range. And this is also a little bit reminiscent of the Jennifer Lopez movie from a couple of years ago, Marry Me, in which she plays a worldwide famous singer, and Owen Wilson, not famous himself, it's sort of reversed, but he is just an average guy, and the two of them fall in love, and the one sort of thing that all of these movies have in common is the famous aspect of the arts and entertainment sort of aspect of the other person. So Nicole Kidman in this plays an aspiring writer. And in The Idea of You, Anne Hathaway's character was an art gallery dealer, so sort of in the arts and entertainment world, and, their daughters are both very embarrassed, and all of this. So, all right, so Family Affair, what this does is explore, some of those same themes from The Idea of You. However, everything is just sort of on a more basic level. This is essentially another one in the long line of Netflix rom-coms that are basically Hallmark rom-coms dressed up with A-list performers. Nicole Kidman, obviously everybody knows her. Zac Efron, real hottie, everybody knows him. And so it takes a lot of the same concepts that we see in these Hallmark movies. And look, I know I disparage a little bit with the Hallmark movies all the time. It's sort of a go-to for saying that something is very generic, very basic. But I do find that to be the case with those Hallmark movies. And lately, a lot of the rom-coms that Netflix has been churning out are very, very similar to, sticking to sort of those concepts. We had Mother of the Bride a few months ago with Brooke Shields. Lindsay Lohan has done a couple now for Netflix, and they all sort of have the same basic results. The stories are very, very generic. The scripts are really quite corny, and not really, good with character development and things like that. And something that The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway did so well is explore a little bit more seriously some of those ideas of, a single mother looking for love in her, middle age. Anne Hathaway is a bit younger, certainly, than Nicole Kidman, but the concept is the same. And, what does she do? She's lonely. She has needs as well. And here, and in that movie, she's filling it with this hot younger guy who is a very famous person. The actor that Zac Efron plays here is rather demanding, and he does a lot of these sort of crappy, franchises where there's 4, 5, 6 movies that are all the same, which is a little ironic, since this is so similar to so many other movies. But Joey King here is the bright spot for sure. I don't know if you know her by name, but you will certainly notice her from something. She's been an up and coming actress for quite some time, since she was a little kid. She was in, I forget some of the movies she was in, like when she was real little. She did a voice role in Oz the Great and Powerful when she was probably 11 or 12. But most famous probably for the Netflix Kissing Booth series of films. That was very popular for them. But she did a movie on Hulu a couple of years ago where she was an action star called The Princess. So she's definitely spreading her wings in a lot of different genres of film. And I think she really is the winner of this movie. She plays basically, so not only is she Nicole Kidman's daughter, but she is the Zac Efron character's like associate, assistant kind of thing. And essentially that's how Efron and Kidman's characters meet. He comes over looking for Joey King's character, and she's not home. Oh, but Nicole Kidman is, because the two of them had a tiff earlier, and so she basically quit or got fired or what have you. And so he came over to make amends, and Nicole Kidman is there being sexy and whatever. So they end up sleeping together. So that's sort of how their relationship gets started. Also a bit generic. I think the idea of you, Anne Hathaway, she meets the character a little bit more authentically. So look, essentially everything about this movie is just a worse version of that Anne Hathaway movie. I don't know if I would feel differently about this if that movie didn't exist, or if this one came out first, but I sense that I wouldn't feel that differently because the script is still the script. It's still giving us all of those very, very familiar beats over and over again. Kidman and Efron, I guess, have some chemistry. I don't know. I think his chemistry with Joey King's character is actually much better, possibly because her character is the only one in the whole movie that's really fleshed out very, very much. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why. But in any event, she steals the show in all the scenes, but the focus is not on her, unfortunately. She's almost a side character, in the background between Kidman and Efron. So I leave A Family Affair with a D+, which is, I think, the same grade I gave Mother of the Bride on Netflix earlier this year. So they just keep churning them out with pretty much the same results. But you can check this out if you so desire on Netflix. All right, thank you for watching Dan Reviews It. I'll see you next time.